bringing you the latest news from Coronado Athletics. This is the Mustang Fan Zone podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back in. As promised, we are in the Mustang Fan Zone. I'm Randy Rosetta. This is 100.7 The Score. I'm pulling out some notes from my game from last night's game because I actually covered Monterey Coronado doubleheader last night. Joined by Katie Ferrell, first year. Does that still sound weird when people say first year? Do you feel like a first year coach right now?
At times, but
maybe not 3/4 through, 2/3 through.
Right, yeah, at times, sometimes.
You're still very young, so
yes, sir.
Just enjoy it while you can.
I'll try.
I'm going to have her introduce her two players who are sitting to my left and to her left, or her right.
Yes, we have Kaylee Smith and Sanaya Brown.
And Sanaya, Coach said that was the first time you'd played in a while last night?
Yes, sir.
You didn't show any rust.
Oh, thank you.
That shot is still there.
Thank you.
Kaylee missed a little bit of time, but Kaylee's settled into a nice groove. So we're going to give a little bit of background here. Kaylee, you've been a topic of discussion on the show going back to volleyball season. People have been excited for you to get here. Actually, the first time Coach came on, she mentioned you because she had met you. She was excited about getting to coach you. You are you can brag on Big Sister a little bit. Who's Big Sister?
Kaya Smith,
who was a Coronado star and is now a junior at Army.
Yes, sir.
And is tearing it up.
Yes.
She's, every time I look, so Mom is Micah Smith, Dad is Will Smith. For folks who are familiar with athletics at all in Lubbock, Will was your dad was a football stud too. Does he tell you that?
Yes, he does.
Yes, he was. And Mom was a star at Levelland back when the Loboettes had it rolling pretty good back then. Katie, have you talked about playing a game, taking your girls to play in Levelland at any point?
No, I have not. But the assistant coach out there, Colin Flemons, I'm good friends with, so we might have to set that up next year. That's
another. We were just talking to you spent some time at Lubbock High. Coach Casillas was here. We were talking. He's a Lubbock High graduate. We were talking about when you walk into Lubbock High, you feel the history. You feel the
absolutely.
And it's a little bit like that at Levelland. You walk into that gym, and I believe there's a couple of banners where Kaylee would find Mom's name up on the banners there.
There you go.
I think I was there not long ago, and I think I saw him up there. So
nice.
Let's talk about you guys. Last night didn't go as well as the first time you played Monterey, which probably had to do with the other. I think you guys got their attention in the first district game. I think at that time were they top 10 at the time when you beat them?
I believe so, yes, sir.
Beat them 50-49. Kaylee made a shot right at the end. Every time I look at that shot, I'm not sure how you did it. Because that was your first game back, or had you played a little bit before then?
I played in one game against Clovis, but I didn't play a whole bunch.
Have you practiced that shot before?
Sometimes when I'm jacking around at practice, that's it.
All right, so Coach is pretty easy on you then, right? I won't get into trouble. Beat Monterey the first time, 50-49. And I remember thinking that's a big win for anybody, but especially for Coronado because there's a little bit of rivalry. Got a little bit sense of that last night. Not so much in the girls' game, maybe a little bit more in the boys' game. I think you took on a Monterey team last night, Katie. They had a little bit of a mad on. I think they remembered. They came out and they got ahead early. When we talked briefly after the game, it's hard to. I'm trying to look down. 16-2.
Correct.
It's hard to. That's a hard hole to climb out of for anybody, but especially when you're playing a team of that caliber.
Right. Yeah, early, obviously, we didn't start the game how we wanted to. We had talked about them coming in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder due to the first game. But I'm proud of our girls' fight because we could have really laid down early, but we continue to kind of battle back. I believe we won that second quarter and then lost the third by 1. But I was proud of our fight, especially trying to dig out of a 16 I think at one point going into the second quarter it was even 18-2. So I'm proud of our fight there and just not giving up.
I'll give you even more. It was 20-2.
20-2, yes. Wow.
So it got a little bit worse, and then you guys, I think you got it back within single digits, just couldn't get that. You played basketball a long time. When you get it to single digits, you want to get that next one, and that starts to change a little bit.
Right.
But these two all your young ladies played well. These two in particular, we'll talk a little bit about some of the dynamics there. You've played against Ari before, so you knew that's a big challenge for anybody, but you knew that she was going to be ready. What did you I think we still got a minute. You've played against her twice now. How has that kind of gotten you ready for the rest of your freshman season and moving forward to play against somebody like Ari?
Well, I just think playing against Ari has definitely made me not only physically tougher, but definitely mentally tougher. Just seeing somebody of that size and that strength, I just really think I grew from that game, and actually both games, and it just made me a better player overall.
You were better last night than the first time I saw you, and that's just been a few weeks, so that's saying something. We're coming up on the first break. We'll be back to talk more Lady Mustang basketball in the high school fan zone. I'm Randy Rosetta. This is 100.7 The Score.
Diving headfirst into Coronado athletics. You're listening to the Mustang Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app.
Welcome back in. This is the high school fan zone on a Wednesday night. We're in the Coronado Mustang fan zone talking Lady Mustangs basketball. Lost to Monterey last night 59-43. You guys are 4-5 in district now.
Yes,
so you're
sir.
Right there. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to do some work, but you're right there, especially Amarillo High beat Paladuro last night. It's a little bit more jumbled up than it was before last night. We've talked a little bit about what Kaylee did. Kaylee came in, and I think what I had, my old eyes saw 10 points and 8 rebounds and 3 assists. You're fun to watch passing the ball. Everybody sees a big girl and thinks like she's not going to give the ball up, but you like to pass the ball, don't you?
Yes, sir.
You're pretty good at it. Sanaya ended up with 11 points. You had all 3 threes in the fourth quarter?
Yes, sir.
What took you so long to get shooting?
Honestly don't know. I just felt like I kept making many mistakes, so I didn't want to just jack up shots.
Coach, she had the eternal green light?
Oh, always.
There we go.
Always, she does. Yeah. She got in foul trouble. She picked up 3 quick ones beginning of the third, so she had to sit 6 minutes of the third quarter, and then she came in the fourth and did her thing.
Yeah, you guys didn't spread the fouls out very well.
No, we did not.
4 starters with 4 fouls, but in the fourth quarter, I kept thinking every time the whistle blows, that's not going to be a good thing. But
right.
You actually made it through with, I think Kaylee was the only one that
fouled out.
So Kaylee, as a freshman, how hard has that been to adjust to what a foul is going to be or how physical you can be? Is that something you have to kind of learn and grow into as you get older?
Yes, every game fouls are different,
Yep.
and there's no game that I've taken the same foul or I've gotten the same foul call for me. So I think it's just it's not really that big of a switch from AAU for me, but it was definitely an eye opener for sure.
So besides beating, I covered you guys against Lubbock Cooper too. Mm-hmm. Those are 2 nice wins that you guys have under your belts right now. You got to play Lubbock Cooper again. Mm-hmm. You go on the road on Friday and play Amarillo High, which kind of helped gum things up a little bit by beating Paladuro.
Right.
Katie, what is this team? I mean, was it Bill Parcells said your record is what your record is?
Right.
You're 4-5. You're now 9-18. Are you guys where you feel like you would be at this point, or do you want more out of them?
I think we definitely, early we had a lot of injuries and 2 key players obviously being out. Kaylee missed 10 games. Sanaya missed, I looked at it today, 8 weeks. I believe it was 14 or 15 games.
That's hard.
And I mean, those are 2 key players for us. We had our other guard, Kara, was out for 6 to 8 games. So we really just haven't hit our stride in terms of all of us being healthy. So I think that kind of plays into it. But at the end of the day, we don't make excuses, right? Injuries are injuries. It's part of the game. I think we have a great group coming back next year as well. Obviously, we're still fighting for a playoff spot this year. But I don't think our record reflects how good we are as a team. But like I said, we're still, this is the first game back to, Monterey was the first game we had everybody healthy. So I think it's just finding our stride and going into this back half of district, just finding our groove and really gelling as a team.
Yeah, 'cause there's still some season left. There's
Yes.
a chance to do some things. Sanaya, are you a senior?
No, sir, I'm a junior.
Okay, so Coach is excited about having both you guys back. Kind of what she talked about for both you, having to sit and watch. How hard or how maybe easy has it been to jump back in and get yourself back into the flow?
It's definitely harder to like be comfortable, especially with missing so many games. But it's also, I feel like it's more also easier mentally because you see all the mistakes while you're sitting on the bench. So you're like wanting to get on everything, making sure you make the right plays and decisions. But it's also harder to get in the rhythm physically.
I bet Coach would rather have you on the court than sitting next to her.
Yes.
What about you, Kaylee? You had to, especially being a freshman, you get up there, you're ready to go, and then all of a sudden you got to stop and watch. How difficult was that to watch, but then how excited were you to get back out there?
I think it was very hard for me mentally. I really wanted to get straight to basketball as soon as volleyball season ended, and then the first game I was out. So I think I really grew as a person in that aspect, and taking care of myself, but also making sure like my teammates are okay, because I've never seen this type of behind the scenes. And
high school is a little bit different, isn't it?
Yes, very.
And you went to a lot of Kai's games. You saw a lot of it. It's different when you're in there. So you're kind of an urban legend. You told me you didn't remember telling me this, but I met you, I think, in the 6th or 7th grade when Kai was a sophomore. I Micah, Mom, introduced me to you, and I said something about being excited for Kai, and you looked at me straight in the eye and said, "I'm going to be better than her."
Sounds
like, wow.
like Kaylee.
Like, okay. And now I loved watching Kai play, but watching you as a freshman, you've got a pretty bright future.
Thank you.
You've been eager to get here for quite a while. So now I asked some of your other teammates the first time I covered you about playing with Kaylee. You guys knew she was coming.
Yes.
You knew that you had a little bit of a unicorn on the way.
Yes.
Has she been as good as you guys thought she was going to be?
Yeah, she's better than I thought
blush
she
here a
was
little
going to
bit.
be. Yeah, she's really good. She has really good basketball IQ for how young she is. But I know that she was going to have a good basketball IQ because she has so much experience of watching and stuff.
How does she fit in with you guys? Because there's a lot of juniors, right?
Mm.
How well has she fit in, or is that still a work in progress? You still have to remind her she's a freshman once in a while.
I mean, she's like good in the game and stuff, but you can still tell that she's a freshman sometimes.
Because I'm a two-time girl dad, I totally understand what you're saying. I've got a daughter who's a senior now, and I'm not happy about that. She was supposed to stop growing when she got to like 7. But now she'll say stuff like, "You're almost an adult. I'm not ready for this." So don't speed it up. Let your mom enjoy you being a freshman for a little bit longer. So this is going to be a good team. Watching you guys last night, you could see the framework of a team that whatever happens the rest of this year, Katie, you've got a group to be excited about.
Yes, sir. I'm excited.
And I've had a couple of coaches brag about you as well, and the crop of young coaches in Lubbock right now. It's actually, you probably can guess who it is. He's not as young as some of you, but he was bragging about you. So
I appreciate that.
That wraps us up in the Mustang fan zone. I think Paul Page is on the way. If not, we'll get him on the phone. We'll be in the Tiger fan zone after this break on 100.7 The Score.